Uh, there we go. Guys, I'm such a fucking noob. Alright, say something, Gareth.
Oh, but I've wasted my material. Hello, guys. This is Encounter Roleplay. This is a roleplay channel on Twitch. We're just saying the same thing over and over again. Apparently, this is some kind of weird time loop. We're about to play 5th edition D&D. We're going to play Storm King's Thunder, which is the latest module from Wizards of the Coast. Fuck it. I am joined by Brian, who is Exploding Dice on Twitch. Go and give him a follow. I'm also joined by, I don't know your real name, I'm sorry, Revolver, who's Revolver C.
He doesn't have one. Revolver is his real name.
My mom named me Revolver.
She's
and we're also joined by Mythmatic.
She was a Republican.
If you didn't catch the first episode, this is episode 2. We've not got Lee today as well.
She died.
Doing something to make up your own backstory for what Lee's doing.
Wait, Mortimer's gonna be unattended?
Basically, pretty much.
Babysitter?
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can catch the VOD on YouTube or in the thingy VODs. Also, if you do watch the VODs, give us a little message. Send us some love on there, because I like seeing who's watching me.
I don't. I like it if I don't know who you are. Wear a mask if possible.
While you're watching the video.
It's just my kink, guys. What can I say?
Okay, on that video, can you just comment, "I'm wearing a mask"?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Wait, you can leave comments on VODs?
On YouTube, you can. It's brilliant, Brian. You should try YouTube. It's like it's been around for quite a while.
It's like Twitch, but you could just watch it always.
It's like Pornhub, but safe for work.
Yeah, that's it.
Something like that. That's my sell on Encounter Roleplay too, actually. That's how I got partnered.
It's like Pornhub, but safe for work.
Which is much lower in volume than Will. Okay, cool. I look exhausted. I am. I'm fucking shattered. I have to deal with these people for at least 5 minutes. Oh, right. They should be louder. They should come through louder on fucking OBS. It's been a while since I've been on this computer in this country and using even this program, so everything's fucked a bit, but I don't really care enough. So we're gonna do it anyway. So yeah.
Will, if you listen really careful, you can hear the sound of me giving a fuck.
Yep, there it is. There it goes.
Did you say giving a fart?
Yeah.
No.
We invented the language. I could pronounce things how I want. Fuck you. Right, do your thing.
My curtains are charming. Yeah, they are. This is like my
Throwback.
polka dot room, you know. It's a good one.
Wait, are you back home or are you at
You're at home?
I'm at home. Yeah. I'll move into my new place, fucking sometime, you know. But we'll see.
just whenever?
Fucking whenever. Yeah, literally whenever, really. Anyway, I used to have to watch Pornhub for work. Wow.
That's great.
It's for work, honey.
Are you
Does that
are you
pay
hiring?
well? And are they hiring?
Yeah, you know, he sells black couches. Anyway,
I really wondered where you were going there, Will. It's safe.
Anyway, we'll stop fucking around and start doing this show that we're supposed to do. So, let's introduce our characters. What the fuck you do, who the fuck you are, you know, the usual shit. So, let's start with Cord. So, Myth, what's up?
What's up? I'm playing Hiroki. As much as people may think it's Hikori, but it's not it. It's Hiroki. As much as the overlay may tell you different.
No, it's Hickory now. Fuck you.
Yeah, yep, take that, Talon. It is, he is a Tempest Cleric of a secret society that we revealed last sesh. If you don't know what we're talking about, spoilers. The Harpers. He is tracking, he's had visions of a cataclysmic event, sky falling, things like that, and he's trying to stop that from happening.
Yeah.
He fights with the flow of water using a glaive.
Cool. Gareth, who are you playing?
I am playing Birch. He is a D-winged Aarakocra, so no flying bullshit I'm pulling. He was from a Aarakocran monastery called the Red Feather. He trained in the ways of the Red Feather. There was an incident, something happened. He was thrown out of the monastery, de-winged, and left to walk the earth, which is, in my eyes, the ultimate insult for an Aarakocra.
The ultimate anti-cock. The Aarakocra. All right, let's go to Revolver. What's up, Revolver?
Hey guys, I'm playing Mortimer Longbottom. I'm the lovable halfling ranger that the party loves so much, and I just have a lust for wandering the wastelands or the forestry, a wanderlust, if you will. And yeah,
All right, cool. And then finally, salad.
I don't identify as that anymore.
You are identified as that, however.
My name is Askren, and I'm excited to be joining you again. This time with the proper lubrication, so I don't end up killing Mortimer. I'm going to be playing Connor with Connor Ishmael, and he is a ranger, a hunter, a tracker, and he was driven from the valley where he lived with his wife and family in a small town when whatever kind of caused the giants to sort of upheave sent this herd of stone giants trampling through the valley and crushing everything in their path, including his village. And apparently, according to him, they were led by a pale giant who he has sworn vengeance on, and he is now hunting. And he has come to, travel with these people, and now they're protecting a village, I think.
You
Awesome.
think?
You think?
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know.
It may not work.
No, absolutely.
That's the plan anyway, so yeah. All right, let's do a recap of last time because it's been a week, which is a lot of time for Will's brain to remember things. As you guys are renowned for your lack of intelligence, so let's try it and to collectively remember what on earth we don't have Lee here today, guys, so I don't know what we're gonna do, but. Oh my fuck, that is so fucking loud. Okay, let's just do that for a second. The follow. Thank you, Grosnidge, for following. Welcome to the event, my friend, your gentleman, and a skull. I'm gonna go to Twitch,
I think I like Sick Will. This is fun.
and turn this one down. Sickle just he's forgotten.
What is
He speaks his mind the whole time.
Following it hurts.
Fuck. Let's do a recap of last time. So someone start me off here. I'm gonna go do first.
It's session 2. There we go.
Nice.
What do? We started off. We got to a town of Nightstone, and then we noticed that there were not the normal human population there. We noticed that there were a bunch of goblins. We fought the goblins. We kind of just jumped right into that. There were a bunch of kids. Hiroki stopped the kids from tried to stop the kids from seeing the battle that took place. Failed, and then brought them. We were told by the parents that the Goblin King, or the leader of the goblins, is in the cave nearby, which is same with the townsfolk. So we went over there, spoke with a guy named Hark, this goblin named Hark. And then they showed us one of their prisoners, which happened to be Baron, my character's master. And we bargained. I gave them one of the children. They gave us Baron. A battle took place because that one, I guess, yeah, that one over there. Mortimer spilled the beans that we may have killed a couple of people, and they were not happy. So hostility broke out. We fought them. We also ran because we probably would have been overpowered. We followed Baron outside, and then he discussed to us the grander scheme of these attacks. And does anybody want to take the conversation ball from me?
Take it. Brian,
Yeah,
Brian wants it.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
Shot that like Chris Rock throws a basketball, which I've seen.
Two-hander.
It's
No,
great.
we were we only managed to get that one guy out, which seems, I don't know, it seems a little bit. We left a lot of people there to die, but he had told us that there was that the giants had kind of risen up and were kind of in state of upheaval, and they were attacking. Specifically, they had attacked the town of Nightstone and taken this artifact thing that we don't really know what it was or what it did. But he told us that Nightstone wasn't the only place that he thought attacks were coming. There were actually quite a few other places, including, I'm looking at my map right now, Goldenfields, where we went to, as well as Tribor and Bryn Shander, which is all the way up north. These were the villages or the cities that he expected the giants to be moving on. and he asked us if we could help protect them. So we decided that we couldn't let Goldenfields, which is a small farming village nearby where we were, be destroyed, and so we went there. It's actually kind of like a druid town, I think, and we
Yeah.
had to convince the druid leaders there that we were there to save them from giants. But he was like, "What are you talking about?"
He was like, "Lol, no."
Yeah, and so they didn't really believe us, and I don't think we accomplished any. I think he said something, like he let us do something, but he didn't really care what it was.
No, at the end you kind of convinced him, and he was like, let's go and like look to the defenses, and then we're gonna get the women and children out, but it's really important that we get the crops in to feed the rest
Oh,
of.
that's right. Yeah, he wanted his harvest.
Yeah, so that seemed kind of important to him.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was, I think, where we got to about last time. In that you guys were basically about to go and you'd convince this old dude. I'll find his name in a second. Leader of the druids that he was in danger, as well as Tribor and Bryn Shander, and that you're going to go to the rest of these places. But first, you wanted to look to the defenses of them. So as we pick things up, you guys are kind of just in the kind of small temple area around Goldenfields. Obviously, big Goldenfields. We'll get to that in a second. Before we dive into that, somebody goes a few ways you can interact with the show as per the usual. So there is a tweet there in the chat. When that tweet hits 20 retweets, I think we're already on 17, you guys get to decide something which happens in our game. We call these viewer decisions because the viewers decide. I know, pretty groundbreaking stuff. When we hit 20 followers today, you guessed it, same thing happens. So if you haven't followed yet, hit that follow button and join us in our adventure today. So let's do that. Also, if you want to subscribe, you can do. You get a bunch of shit you don't need, but you might want. So that's my sell to you as well. You can donate to affect the game. You can give players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and the like. So yeah, you can do that. So yeah, for those asking about travel, I'm back now, safely in the UK, feeling like shit. Hopefully I'll feel a bit better tomorrow. So yeah, let's dive into things. Let's quickly get some visual descriptions of our players and characters today. So as we pick up, you're in a very small kind of temple in Goldenfields, this kind of area here, showing a map, and you're just about to walk out. I think there's a kind of light rain at the moment. So Hickory Seeds, what do you look like?
Hiroki looks like he's got like probably like a thick, probably, yeah, maybe like I'm trying to think of like the material. Anyway, he's got like a thick robe over a chainmail shirt, hair thrown up into a bun, long beard, like a good, well-shaped beard, and has and he has a glaive on his back.
Nice.
Pretty
Cool.
much it.
Pretty legit. Okay. Gareth, also thank you to Orange LeBomb for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, Birch, what do you look like?
Birch looks like a weird kind of anthropomorphic, I can't say it, a half man, half vulture kind of looking fellow, kind of stooped neck. He also wears a rough, if we're being really descriptive with fabrics, a kind of rough wooden cloak with a hood that he pulls up. You can kind of just see the rough outline of his stumpy little half wings kind of pressed against the fabric at the back. He's no obvious weapons other than a staff which he walks with.
He is a weapon. Cool. All right, let's go to Mortimer. What do you look like?
Mortimer's pretty ordinary. He's if he was in a group of other halflings, he'd be very easily mistaken for another halfling. He adorns other armor, has longer brown auburn hair, and he ties it back in a ponytail, carries a longbow, and yeah. He used to have a rabbit foot, but I had to throw it in the moat.
Not so much these days.
Yeah, I gotta find another trophy of mine to call lucky.
Understandable. And finally, Connor.
I'll mute myself.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Shut up. Connor is kind of he's a taller man. middle-aged, so kind of graying hair. He wears mostly sort of dark green and brown leather hunting clothes. You know, nothing really pretty descriptive. He's got studded leather armor and like a shawl and stuff that helps him blend into the forest. And then he's got two, like on a belt holster, he's got two metal weapon rings that he carries two hand axes in, and that is what he fights with. He also has a bow and arrows on his back. He's just a kind of grim guy. Doesn't smile a lot.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, the abbot of the place is Abbot Elardin Darovic, and one member of the Emerald Enclave. Basically, a bunch of hippie druids who live out here in Goldenfields. And so you're walking out into the fields of him, and he says, "Oh, come along. Let us see to some defenses. Let me show you what we have, and you'll see if it's up to snuff or not." And he kind of leads you out back into these fields where all these villagers are working, up to two very great oak trees. And these are the largest oaks you've seen, one of those ancient kinds. And they kind of just like twist, and kind of their bark begins to ripple as they look down at you, these Ent folk. And he says, "Look, a couple of the Ents here look after us and will defend us, should the need be. What do you think of that?" He's clearly like quite proud of the Ents here defending Goldenfields. I think they're all that. You've never probably seen an Ent fight. You've heard that they're pretty tough, but they're not very mobile.
Fascinating. You have a creature of the forest here.
Yes.
How do you speak to such to have them come here and protect you?
Well, Order, the Emerald Enclave, have ever been friends of the trees and of all nature, in fact. Well, they, we feed them, water them, and are companions to them, and they in turn defend us in times of need, though those have been far and few in between.
Dude, do they show up in the morning? You guys have morning wood? Get it, guys? Get it? Morning wood?
I'm not quite sure what
Understand.
you mean, sir.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he says, well, anyway, let us let us move on. And he kind of shows you to the couple of adventurers who were on the gate of the little stone wall outside. There's 10 of them, just like hired guards in case there's a quest which happens. Kind of just level 1 adventurer shit. And he says, meet our friends here. This is Hiroki, Birch, Connor, and that other one. And the elf with long blonde hair comes in and steps in towards you and says, "Greetings, friend. It is good to meet you. My name is Alawia." Shakes your hands.
Hiroki.
How can I be of assistance today? And, the abbot says, "Well, they just wanted to see the defenses and to size you up, I suppose." Alawia says, I see. Are we expecting danger?
I want to turn to the head druid. I want to say, how long do you need to get your crops in?
And he says, "Oh, we'll need several days at most if we're to take what we have already."
Have you begun?
He says, "Oh, we can begin now, I suppose."
Yes, do that.
Very well, very well. These young folk always so hasty. And he kind of goes off to shout at some people to start bringing in the harvest.
Can I turn to the elf and
Back!
What's up?
Good Guy Pie. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Good Guy Pie, for subscribing. You're the most gentlemanly of scholars. I salute you. Thanks so much, my friend. That makes me... That makes me feel a little bit less sick. I'm kidding. No, I feel just as fucking sick. But it makes me feel happy inside. So thank you, Good Guy Pie. Welcome, my friend. Hop up in the sub tub. Let's get some drinks. Let's get some swords out. Oh, boys. After we finish this game tonight, I'll tell you the tribulations I have had trying to get my donga passed. Oh my god. Anyway, multiple dongas, guys. There have been no less than 4 dongas. Oh, honestly, it's tough.
If you didn't say on the stream, I would have tried to get this thing that looks like a dick past. It would make things easier, but anyway.
Fuck them.
Do you really think they pay attention? They watch that though?
Twitch staff were literally in chat when I was talking about it. I was talking to them about it. Anyway, what's up, Chibi? Have you had a child recently?
Was that a question to her or to you?
To Chibi.
Oh,
Yeah.
like she was asking you that.
No. Because obviously we all know that I have. Anyway, so you're left there standing with Alawia,
Yeah.
the elf. Yeah.
I wanted to talk to him real quick. Does he look like he's been like out in the wilds or something, or does he look like he's pretty much been in town?
It looks like he's been hanging out. He doesn't look like kind of weather beaten or anything, you know.
All right. I'm just very quickly going to ask. I'm going to say, he looks like a ranger kind of, or just an elf?
You know, like probably a ranger type.
Okay. Do you know these lands, friend?
Oh well, I know of. Yes, I have stayed here all of my life. I come from the forests nearby.
Right. Do you have kin? Do you know of anyone that hunts or tracks the wilds around here?
He says, I track occasionally when I can. Yes, there is a woods folk. He lives off no, not half an hour's walk into the woods. There, he lives on his own. Solitary folk, name of Breda. But I've have little contact with him. He's usually raving about something or another.
What is his purpose? What does he do?
He is a woodsman. He tracks, he hunts, brings in game for the druids occasionally.
I'll turn to the rest of the group and I'll say, if you wish to oversee the defenses here, you're welcome to do that. I'm gonna go speak to that man.
You're going to leave this town, which is already woefully outnumbered,
He said it's
to
only.
speak to a woodsman. If you need timber, there's plenty here.
He said it's but 30 minutes into the woods. I can be there and back before nightfall.
This town is fucked. I look. There's some moving sticks defending it. What?
Right. I understand, but we have no recon. We don't know what's going on outside these walls. We need eyes.
I turn to the elf and say, do you know of what is coming? Have you heard of what we spoke about?
You, on the way in, you mentioned something. I just took you to see the abbot. I haven't heard anything, no.
There are giants coming here. The next town over was attacked by cloud giants. No one stands a chance here.
Cloud giants? Well, what are they? Are they simply float along on clouds, do they? And rain down rocks from the sky, I'll wager.
Midway through his sentence, I squawk and interrupt him. This is not a time for
walk button for Garrett.
your elf humor. These things rain death from the sky. They've killed many of my people, and I'm sure many of yours.
You're not joking, are you?
This vulture stares him in the face and says, "Do I look like I'm being humorous?"
I see. Well, you've made your point, sir. What do you propose we do? There are me and my band of adventurers here. We go where the money is, as I'm sure you're familiar with. But, of course, we are here to protect the people at all costs.
I'll turn back to the bird and I say, "You going to find very little help within these walls. If you want to shore up the defenses, you're welcome to. I think we need to get eyes in the hills and forests around here. That's why I'm going to go see the woodsman.
Ah, okay. And thank you to Bloodborne for following. Welcome to the event, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. He says, well, if it's eyes on the woods that you're looking for, then I suggest you go and speak with Breda. If retreat isn't an option, then that sounds potentially like our best. But if they're after the food, as I've heard giants are rather hungry creatures, then they might just follow us wherever we go.
I'm gonna turn to the elf and I'm gonna say, have you seen the destruction the giants leave in their wake?
He says, firsthand, no.
The things that we are seeking, things that we are running from, they're not after food.
I see, if you believe so.
I know so. I've seen it. I've watched it happen. They care for destruction and nothing else.
Well, there are different kinds of giants. It is true that there are many accounted tales of hill giants who are mostly raiding towns and villages such as this for food. Cloud giants, though, I have no idea.
There are not different kinds of giants. They all want one thing.
I'm afraid you are, from an intellectual point of view, incorrect.
Right. When they come, you make friends with them. You offer them your food.
That's not what I'm saying. You're being rather obtuse
I'm just gonna put my hand up and kind of start walking away.
He turns to you and the rest of you says, I would be careful of that one. It seems like he has a personal stake in something. Seems to be clouding his judgment.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Good choice of word.
Thank you. Thank you. What can I say? I do stand up in the bar later if you're interested.
I am very.
It's elf.
I turn to the others, just missing the joke, kind of just like quizzically looking at them.
It's elf humor though, so it's just sarcasm.
Probably while everyone's like talking, I would probably try to talk to the Trents, the trees, the Ents.
Sure.
Hey, how's it going?
One of them kind of slowly turns its bark towards you, and hello.
So you've been here long, or you just get in town, or?
Oh, a few 1,000 years, I suppose.
Wow, that's a really long time to live.
Yes.
So do you have like a tree wife and tree kids or something?
My acorns spread across the lands. I suppose, in that regard, I do. My primary wife, however, is Rentburn. Welcome, Rentburn, till eventually you're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining.
Wait, what?
Hang on.
You're going somewhere else with that acorn thing.
Oh, that's cool. So do you talk to the trees around here then?
We commune when we can, yes.
So you guys ever see like a big person, like bigger than me, like 100 times bigger or anything?
To what do you refer?
You know, like giants or
Giants?
ogres?
Yeah, well, there haven't been giants here in, 1,000 years. Ever since the dragons.
So since you were born?
Yes.
What did you say about dragon?
Well, the story goes that the dragons are the ancient enemies of the giants and, were defeated for a time. Sent the giants back to their lands.
And have you seen a dragon around or?
No, have you?
Yeah, loads of them.
Oh. Well, times must have changed then. Also, Good Guy Pie wants to give Morty his first monthly surge. Thank you, Good Guy
Hey.
Pie. Appreciate it, my friend.
Thanks.
guy.
So it's a D10,000. It's like the wild magic table. So we'll say that as you're talking to this end, that well, you know, something goes a little bit wrong. He's a very old, ancient, magical creature. So let me know what you roll.
852.
Oh, that's quite low. Ooh, we'll get excited when it's under 1,000.
The perfect number.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry. 10,000.
Ah,
Come on.
Jesus.
9,383.
Oh, well, okay. Okay. Ooh, that's high.
17 off of 3400, which is the perfect number. 17 off. Great.
Nailed it. 83 is next person slain nearby haunts the area for hundreds of years.
Perfect.
Perfect. What could go wrong? So, yeah,
I kill myself.
um,
I would fail.
the tree says, so, where are you going to stay to chat? I've got all the time in the world.
Well, I mean, I think my friends are gonna stay here or something. I don't know.
I see.
I really wanted to check out this inn in the town back, but they wouldn't let me.
The Nightstone Inn.
Yeah, that one. I heard it's really cool. Have you stayed there?
No,
Having a drink at the bar.
I've never been able to find the time to make my way over, but I hear that the drinks are excellent and that the oak is, yeah, well, good.
Oh man.
I'm afraid so. In other news, we've just hit 20 retweets, which is terrible news for the adventurers, but excellent news for everyone else. So, underneath that line in the chat that probably someone has already drawn, you guys throw your ideas into the chat as to something which can happen next in the story. They're in Goldenfields right now, which is a village which is about to be under attack by giants. We're not sure when,
Spoiler.
how. Well, they're pretty certain that it's going to happen. So, you guys throw your ideas in the chat. What could happen next? Right, some ideas. See what happens. We'll get them into a straw poll. Most popular decision will happen. We'll have another one of these viewer decisions at 30 retweets and when we hit 20 followers. So keep following, retweeting, and one more subscriber as well. So if anyone wants to burn $5, then you can go ahead and do that. So
Burn $5.
pretty much, yeah. So that's how you sell things, right? That's how you make money. Got it. Cool. So. Someone at home has actually gone and getting a $5 note and just burning it up and thinking that things are going to happen. So, so let's go to Connor. So Connor, you're going into the woods to look for this chap Brady, who's like the kind of hunter. And after 10 minutes walk, 20 minutes so on the trail, you come across this little hut, little fire outside, and there's a man, big brawny guy who is skinning a deer and kind of laying it out on this table.
Before, like on the way there. Is it possible for me to have, like, I don't know, shot a rabbit or something?
Yeah, roll me a survival check. Man, I'm missing America already when you say things like that. You know, on my way there, can I shoot an animal? Like,
Well,
I've never felt.
Is it
like
rabbit season yet?
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Son, it's always murder season. Yeah. Okay. So a 9 is not so hot. We're gonna say that you fire an arrow off into the woods, but you don't manage to hear anything.
All right.
So you reach there. Yeah, there's this big guy who's just kind of like skinning a deer. He looks up as he sees you, and he's wearing his kind of basic leathers and boots. It turns and he yes, does maybe. Yeah. And he says, "How can I help you?"
I just kind of. Like I stand at the edge of his kind of the clearing, you know, in front of his house, just to kind of be respectful. I say, "You must be the woodsman."
He nods. Looks like it.
I heard word that if there was anyone to see about information about the forests, the hills around the area, around the town, he would be the one to see.
He says, Why your keen interest, friend? And first of all, introductions. My name is Breda. Goes in to shake a hand.
Yeah, I'll kind of, clasp him, on the wrist, kind of like well met. I say, Connor.
He nods. So, why the interest, Connor?
There's my friends and I have come into town recently, bearing ill news.
Hmm.
We think that things may be brewing in the hills nearby, but I don't know this land or its paths well enough to provide any information, mounted defense, anything like that. But we have it on good authority that Goldenfields may be in danger.
Well, if Goldenfields is in danger, then the best they can honestly do is flee. I haven't heard of giants. I've heard of a band of goblins who are recently in the Niger Woods. Welcome, Niger Woods, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. And he says, yes, and, well, they were around the kind of Nightstone area last I heard, but giants, it's almost unheard of.
The goblins around Nightstone are accounted for. We know where they are. The townspeople, less so.
I see. Well, there's a cave system. Again, I'm just trying to think back. A cave system nearby that they would have fled to, I'd have thought, were they to be in danger.
Right. Hold on, my audio is way too loud. Wow.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I get tabletop audio screaming in my ear. I say, yes, the townspeople fled to the caves and goblins came after them.
Ah.
That's... Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that for the moment, as the town is beyond saving. But Goldenfields isn't, and I need to know the lay of the lands. Do you know of anything that lives up in the hills to the east?
To the east. Are you talking about giants now, or places that we could hide?
No, I'm talking about, well, if there's any large folk, any stone giants or hill giants up in the forlorn hills, they may be coming this way. If not, I hear they may be attacking from the air, in which case we need to evacuate the towns.
He nods and says, if it's any giants, then I'd imagine it would be hill giants. But in the past, well, my father told me in years gone by where the hill giants would attack sources of food such as this. They are greedy, fat creatures. Let me go inside. My father had some old notes on these things. And kind of goes inside his hut, opens up this chest and starts rifling through some notes, and he says, yes, there is a chieftain. Her name is Guh. G-U-H. Guh. It's a very primitive language. And she is, well, from what I hear, rather obese. And, well, yeah, I'd put it on her. She must, by this time, grown up into full chief status. So, I see that being a possibility.
And they have a tribe in the hills?
They certainly did at my father's time of writing. They've been quiet and too far out of my area for me to go traipsing there, but...
He nods, he says, I thought the same thing. There were old legends of stone giants in the mountains.
Maybe something has woken them up recently.
Oh, I can say I've seen it firsthand. The stone giants came trampling through my valley, took everything there with it.
Tell me, have you seen dragons around recently? They are their ancient enemies.
Dragons? No. I lived in a small place, sheltered from much of the ills of the world, but
He nods.
I haven't seen dragons around. I've heard tales of them.
Perhaps if, well, a word to the wise, if you run into any, then I'd advise perhaps not attacking on sight. Perhaps if you have a wide-scale problem, dragons are excellent pest killers when it comes to giants.
He'll kind of say, "Friend, do you mind if I take those notes, those writings on the creatures with me?"
Yes, of course. Feel free.
And before I leave you to your business, where might you suggest evacuating the villages to if it comes to it?
Well, if they are indeed, as you suspect, coming from the east, then well, Waterdeep is your only real option. There's enough space there to harbor thousands in times of need.
Keep it under advisement. Appreciate your time and good hunting, my friend.
Aye. Well met. And thank you to Giant Spainer for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Looks like the tie was pretty close on the straw poll until finally, I'm going to call it here seeing as it is so close, that Birch inadvertently eats a treant acorn and gives birth to a baby treant next episode. Excellent work, guys.
Oops. An
Excellent.
egg.
That's an awesome one.
Yeah. So, that is the viewer decision. Great job, guys. You nailed it. So, all right then. So yeah, Connor heads back and rejoins the group. At which point, by this time, the elder has managed to start the harvest, but at a very slow pace, really. So, yeah, Connor, you rejoin Mortimer, Hiroki, and Birch.
So I'll kind of gather them up. I say, have you had any luck, any new information, or setting the town on a path to defense? Or...
I learned that the Nightstone Inn was really cool, and I wish we got to see it.
Really, because I heard it wasn't cool at all. You're not missing anything. And I'll turn back to the rest. I say, my outing was somewhat productive, and I show them the kind of book of notes.
Yeah. It basically describes like dead kind of giants, chiefs, and then it has mention of the daughter of the chieftain, who is Guh, who was from birth a very kind of child of a voracious appetite, very overweight, and who would devour other giant babies. And by this time, she should be fully grown and well into her kind of chieftain status, unless she's died and been killed by one of her rivals. But
Yeah, I say, it seems there was a tribe of hill giants not far from here. They've been silent, but with the recent upheavals, it's entirely possible that they could be the danger that we're meant to protect from, or one of them.
So, what do we do?
Could I have spent the time where he was gone off talking to his woodsman friend, setting some, like, doing some work, kind of prepping the area? Like, if I think it is cloud giants, I would have used some of the tricks we used back in the good old Aarakocra days, like maybe sharpening the random tree branches. So anywhere there's a couple of trees, we'd kind of strip some branches, then kind of peel it back to make big kind of spikes in the trees, so if these cloud giants flew through, they'd get skewered.
sure, yeah, you can do that, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I would have spent the whole time kind of doing that, and then yelling at people to move quicker. They're gonna die. I've got no kind of subtlety. Just as soon as I was gonna be yelling at them all.
People get out of Birch's way wherever he goes. Basically, they're kind of terrified of what you look like.
It would have been hideously awkward watching me trying to climb a tree. I'd have been used to flying up it.
Oh no!
It would have been almost sad watching me.
Definitely sad. So yeah, we'll see. Obviously, Mortimer was talking to the tree during that. So Hiroki, what did you get up to? Also, we'll cut back in time for a second here.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
Hickory seeds. My bad.
what was he saying to the tree?
Yeah, no. What have you been up to in like the 10 minutes in which Connor was
that's
gone?
right. What has he probably? I don't know. I'm probably looking to, because I still think that we should take, if we could, take the town of Goldenfields with us. So he's probably looking like, because he doesn't. This place is gonna get crushed by the stones.
Yeah.
He probably is probably still talking to that elf, and probably mentions, he's like,
Do you think your trees can hold a mountain?
Well, they haven't been put to the test for a time. I would fear them seeing real combat with something as large as them. Of course, bands of goblins and bandits, they are excellent at scaring off, but they act like scarecrows. Once you get up to them, they're actually, well, rather brittle. And welcome to the Endlings to the adventure. Thank you for following, my friends. You're a gentleman and a scholar. What's up, Enigma? How's it going, buddy? So yeah, he says, he's not feeling confident in their abilities, basically.
That's what I figure. You see, my style of what I have been trained with is a flow of movement and momentum. I do not see much. These creatures, you can only bend a tree so far before it snaps and breaks.
That is very wise. Where do you hail from, friend? You do not seem like a local.
I am from the Misty Forest, but recently I have moved to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. Yeah. Well, yes. I will, as are all of us here. I've spread the word to my men. They're worried. They're frightened. We've fought off most things that adventurers come across, but giants are not yet within our parameters. I'm trying to organize the harvest to be done as quickly as possible, but the abbot is somewhat, slow to move, much like these Ents.
What do you say? These Ents you have, these people, the three beings, they can disguise as three, yes?
Who? Yes. The Ents can just pretend to be trees. I'm certain. Yes.
Well, if we let them be a tree, and we take you all with us to Brinchander, they take the crops, they take the fields, we come back, move boulders, move the brick, move the mountain they put upon you, and start the crop again later, but as well as defend the other towns, such as Tribor and Brinchander. We have here,
and I pull out and I start to double tap again.
Here and here, we have heard reports of possible same stirring of activity of this cloud giant and this destruction, the same as Nightstone. I believe it was just the beginning of a wave of mountain that will be poured upon these lands.
I see. Well, if me and my men can be of assistance, then of course we will sound the Gong of Doom. Welcome, Gong of Doom, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for following. Yeah, he says, of course we will do our best. As a point though, whilst I myself and a few others are more than ready to help where they can, many of these men and women have families to whom they send money back to. It is important to learn that they receive some income, even in the toughest of times. Yes. Would that be a problem?
It would be a problem, but a temporary removal of work is probably safer than a permanent removal of work. Understand?
I think we understand each other, yes. It's just going to be tough convincing them. I'll do my best.
Is we can find out which way they're coming from, and we just move along and come back shortly after. Maybe not take the trek all the way
You-
to Tribal.
You say you say you're traveled to Tribor. It seems likely that if these are hill giants, then they come from the east, which means that you would have to travel down to Waterdeep, and then all the way back up to Tribor, which would, well, double your journey time. Whereas, let me go over to the map for you guys on the stream.
Yeah.
So these guys are. Oops, let's load this in. In Tribor down, Goldenfields, sorry, here, and they're trying to get up to Tribor, which is there. And if the giants are going from the east, coming from here, which means they cut off their kind of way up, if they're traveling with a caravan of people, I suppose. So yeah, he says, so what would your solution to that be?
If they're coming from the east, we go to the west. I do not see why that is.
Well, as you were saying, you're trying to get up to Tribor, which would mean you'd have to go all the way down to Waterdeep and back up north again, doubling your effective time and journey time, which would, obviously, if Tribor is in danger, puts loads of people at risk. And
Are
let's
you
be
not people of the wood?
elves, well, some of our kind are, yes. We have
Mhm.
a reputation for that. It's not entirely true, but
Tell your people of the trees, the ones who stand taller than the buildings, tell them to whisper to the wood and let them know we would be walking through and we would head straight west. Follow the river, a path I know well, a path Order has told us to walk upon, for Order is the only true way for our safety.
I see. Well, I will do my best, of course. Nothing is for certain. But yes, I will tell my folk, and we'll see what we can do. Of course, if giants are in the area, then the trail will not be a safe one. You'd have to go slowly. So, bear that in mind. Ah, Connor is here. Let's say that Connor returns at this point.
Yeah.
So,
What have you found, Connor?
yes.
Well, we don't know exactly the nature of the danger. Our druid friends here insist to us that they are harboring nothing. No artifacts, no ancient things that the storm giants might be after, which leads me to believe that perhaps the danger comes not from above, but from the hills to the east.
You're saying something is scaring them from their home. Like a bird in the forest that is being ripped apart by man.
I don't know. We've learned of a tribe of hill giants that lived in the forlorn hills and mountains east of here, but they've been quiet for a very long time, which, if recent events are to be taken as commonplace, means their silence has or will soon be disturbed.
They take the Nightstone from Nightstone. Yes?
That seemed to be the case.
If they are coming here, maybe they will be taking something from Goldenfields. Maybe if we...
That is the thought, but... And I kind of gesture to the druid. I say, he insists that there is nothing here for them to take.
Am I in earshot of them discussing that?
Yeah.
We can ask the trees. They've been here a while. Maybe they know something.
Yes. Maybe we can. We ask the trees. See what they know.
And I'll prance along to my new tree beard.
You branch out.
Yeah, I'll branch out to my tree beard friend.
Yeah, so The tree kind of looks. Oh, hello again, friend.
What's his name?
Uh,
What's your name again, sir? Sir
oh.
Tree?
Yeah, sure, why not? My name is Fisselchin.
Wow, that's a cool name. I'll try to hold it.
I just thought of it.
So, you been here in Goldenfields a while, right?
Oh, yes, I'd say, well, over 1,000 years.
Does Goldenfields have anything cool, like, that giants might want to steal? Because they stole a stone at Nightstone.
Oh, stealing is bad.
Yeah, so do they have anything here?
Oh, here? No, well, do they? Let me think. No, not really. I mean, there's us. We're magic, but I've not sensed anything here in the past few hundred years, really.
Can you think real hard about it? I mean, we got time.
Let me think. No, I can't think of anything. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just had to pop a few acorns out there, and I apologize.
Oh, okay. And I'll look at the acorns he just popped out.
They look fresh. Pretty brown.
Well, I got nothing.
So Alaria turns back and says, "So what is your plan? You're more seasoned than I. Will follow your lead as long as it seems vaguely sensible."
Well, unfortunately, we do not know what these giants wish.
Safe to say it's probably not good things.
No, it is unfortunate that we do not know, and the best way to stop is to know what they want. And with only one attack, one siege, we cannot tell. Unfortunately, we could try to defend what we can hear and see what their focus is, and then try to act with that information. If they are here to destroy and move on, then they are simply running. If they are here to take something and move back, then we track it down and figure out what it is they want.
I see. But in the short term, what is your advice for our men here?
Train. Be ready to tear down a mountain as a vine or tree would. But instead of waiting years for the vine to grapple the rock and stone, we need it to happen within days. Grow.
I see. He seems to perfectly understand the shit which you are babbling.
I babble like a brook.
Indeed. And he says, so are you staying, or do we train alone? Do we stand alone?
I think we stay.
As I look at everybody.
Right?
Yeah, do we?
I just kind of stare at you, kind of not wanting to say you've just given us a fucking death sentence.
I kind of clear my throat and say, if we're certain that the giants are coming in our direction, I think the best move is to take everyone here out of harm's way. Send them on their way to Waterdeep now, so that whenever this whatever comes, there will be no one here for them to injure, no one to be caught in the crossfire.
Those who cannot fight, send away the women, the children. Unless the women who want to fight, but the children. Yes.
I think we should just send everyone away.
So it's us.
We don't necessarily need to
and
fight.
the trees.
We need to see what's coming take something and leave, we can hunt it down.
We wait and watch.
Will, I would know that if it was cloud giants, we wouldn't be able to keep up with them, right?
No, I mean, yeah, they travel on clouds. It's very hard to track
Yeah.
them.
If it's what I
That's
think
something
it
I
is,
probably wouldn't know in character.
yeah, it's if they're what if they're what I think they are, we don't stand a chance. Not without my wings.
If they're the
Oh,
creatures
God.
that rain stones and boulders down upon Nightstone, doesn't matter how many people are in the village, we don't stand a chance anyway.
We get ice out of the village and out into the cliff tops where these boulders will be. Find out where they throw them from. And be ready.
I think we should empty the town.
I think we should get them to pack up everything they were trying to do. Take all the crops and take it in as much as they can carry in a caravan. The people of this land will need food. Without it, they will get desperate.
The sooner they start moving, the safer they'll be. If the giants want nothing, they'll pass through. The people can move back. If they want something, at least we'll know what it is. I'd rather know what these creatures are actually after than see people slaughtered for no reason.
Very well. Who will lead these people away from here?
Ooh! Ooh! Pick me! Pick me!
Anyone?
Alaria says, well, I am at your disposal. If not your companion here, who I'm sure is completely inadequate to the task.
Would you like to go?
Oh, me? I thought you were going to ask Jimmy the Frog Hog. Welcome, Jimmy the Frog Hog, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for following, my friend. And he says, yes, well, I can see to it. The job would be done.
Very well.
Oh man!
No, we need you here.
I'll kick
Do
the
it
dirt.
Do
Need
it
more
now.
eyes and watching this to know our enemy.
Okay.
I'll turn to the elf and I say, we're going to instruct the town. As soon as everyone is ready, you and there's your mercenaries, your men, companions, the other guys that are the other kind of guards.
Yes, we will travel as a group and look after the refugees.
Waterdeep. You make for there by the fastest road.
Anyone I should speak to whilst there? Hiroki, you said you had contacts.
A man named Baron. Tell him Hiroki sent you.
Very well. I'll see that we leave on the morn if we can.
Right. We should. Is the druid kind of like? Where's the druid leader?
We're taking off in the field somewhere.
Okay. I will kind of. Can I go grab him and kind of bring him to us?
Sure, yeah.
All right. I want to kind of go fetch him. And when I kind of come back with him, I say, right. How much of your harvest can you have in by morning?
He says, "Oh, by morning we could have in maybe a quarter of it."
How many heads can that feed?
Well, let's see here. Well, that amount of corn, that amount of grain, and the fruits as well, perishable mind. Well, we could feed perhaps a tenth of the Desserin Valley.
Right. You take as much of that as you can get by morning. Double your pace if you have to. And then everyone who's not out harvesting, I need you to order them to pack up anything they can carry. Come break of dawn, this town is emptying, and you're on the road to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we'd like Waterdeep, really.
I'm not sure I care. That's the plan. It's the only way to keep everyone in town safe.
Well, I suppose so, even though you've shown me no evidence for this incoming giant attack whatsoever.
I kind of get a little bit pissed with him. I kind of squeach. That's a new word. I kind of screech a little bit.
Yeah.
Listen, if I find you've kept something from us, some piece of information, something you're hiding here, this is your chance to tell us.
And I'm afraid if you have been wrong in your information, then I'll have the proper authorities called upon you too, sir, for interrupting our harvest season.
You see, Connor is like really kind of gritting his teeth right now, like he wants to.
I kind of grip my talons together like I'm gonna punch him.
I'm gonna say, friend. In the last 2 sentences, you have managed to insult 3 of our number very personally.
Well, as has your friend. Now, if you would like to be on your way, then please do. We are quite tired of your presence here.
Who's this guy?
He's the druid.
The druid leader. I say,
He's mad we didn't ask for his help in Strahd. That's all.
Pretty much, yeah. It's such a cool campaign. I wanted to be an NPC in that one too.
I say, look, are you a gambling man?
He says, of course not.
Then why would you gamble with the lives of your citizens?
Because, my friend, every few years a rambling idiot comes in here warning of the end times, much like yourselves. And of course it all happens to, well, rather amazingly not be true. I'm
gonna kind of like lean in, like real close. I'm gonna say, have you been to Nightstone recently? Have you seen what it looks like right now? It's rubble, inhabited by goblins.
According to you.
I say, would you like to go there and investigate personally? Please be my guest. While you do that, everyone here will be getting to safety.
Very well. As I said, if you have no new information, which I gather you do not, then please be on your way. Unless there's some information you have, some concrete evidence.
Say, what would you like to know?
Merely if you had anything new. We are still going to travel to Waterdeep and pack up as we have been advised to. But I will be speaking to your, well, superiors in Waterdeep.
Friend, I have no superiors in Waterdeep.
I'm afraid you have many.
I have a family that lies under rubble at the bottom of a valley.
Yes. As do many of us, child. Do not think that you are alone in that. Do not let your grief turn you to anger, either. Now, we will see what will happen. We'll do the best for our people, and we'll be on our way.
I kind of just like, again, still kind of gritting my teeth. I sort of turn and walk away.
Sure. And thank you to Seeds of the Father for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend, your gentleman and a scholar. Spread that seed.
Seeds of the Father. Well, speaking of which.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Oh.
Is that Druid Yoda in disguise?
As he's kind of walking past me to walk away, I kind of snatch whatever was in his hands, and they're 2 kind of seedy-looking acorn things, and I just say, the things that are coming, and I hold up an acorn like it's in, and then I crush one in my hand in front of him. They give no thought to what you've built here, to everything you've tried so hard to build your nest. They
Look,
And I grab the other acorn and I think of you as the food, and I toss the other acorn into my mouth and swallow it.
Aarakocra, why are you clipped so? Apparently, it's a mark of great shame amongst the bird folk. Clearly, you must have done something terrible. What is it?
I immediately kind of, my eyes go off here, so I won't look him in the eye.
Then do not judge others so quickly. We all make mistakes.
Then don't let this be yours. And then I walk away with my head kind of to the ground.
I'll kind of overreact. Oh my god, he just killed a bird baby! I mean, a tree baby! Do you see that? He crushed it with his bones! Oh jeez, hopefully.
I
forgot his name.
I think he needs help. He needs help. And the abbot walks up. That man is ill. I guess where are you guys gonna sleep? If you're gonna sleep, or unless you're gonna head off straight away. It's kind of getting to evening time at this point.
So we decided on sticking around, move the people, and then stay and watch.
Yeah, that's at least that was my suggestion. Is that we watch. We can watch from the safety of outside the town if we need to.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter that much. We need to see who's coming.
Yeah.
And what they want.
And what it looks like and what happens. Okay. So out of character discussion time. How are we gonna do this?
I'm going to find somewhere to nest, I'm going to watch you die, and I'm going to go off and enjoy the rest of the adventure somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Like I guess like those of us with kind of survival skill, we can kind of find a makeshift shelter or something like outside of town.
Yeah,
basically
the highest.
Yeah, just pretend the town's abandoned. I mean, I assume it, like, just because they're evacuating tomorrow doesn't necessarily mean that the attack's gonna come.
No.
Like, we may have to wait a while.
Yeah.
May I do a roll? Because my favorite enemy is giants, and my favorite terrain is hills. Can I do a roll, like a knowledge roll, to see what their patterns are, or like
Sure,
what
yeah,
time of
that
day
sounds
they like to
Yeah, that sounds good.
randomly attack?
We'll say at this point you guys kind of head off to there's a small tavern kind of area here,
Yeah.
In which you can get bedding and stuff, and you can stay a night and get some food.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll me that survival, Mortimer, as you're kind of hanging out and thinking. You know, everyone thinks a little bit better with a mug of ale in their hands. So
9.
a 9 is not so hot, but I'll give you a few little things. They tend to be, hill giant attacks tend to be pretty sporadic, and usually hunger based. If the food source of the hill giants has gone for some reason, like wild deer, or whatever they can grab in a local area, then they'll tend to head towards large kind of population centers where they know food is basically. So they tend not to be so much driven by kind of hatred and anger and those kind of emotions that you might associate commonly with large animals in fantasy. They tend to be basically just hungry animals looking for food, and they see humans as food. Some of them are vindictive and cruel, but it's more commonly that they're like big, hungry idiots. And they see little humans as delicious treats and snacks.
Okay. Are there livestock in this town, like sheep and cattle and like ox, maybe?
Yeah, they would certainly like hunt those, and there's all sorts of those kind of stock across the Desserin Valley, yeah.
Do they eat vegetables?
Giants, they've been known to, but they do much prefer meat, as a lot of creatures do.
Okay.
Not too many vegans around in the giant community.
I just had to ask. There's that one hipster who tries to be different.
Yeah.
I'll kind of like share this information, like, maybe they're not after something, but maybe to like eat, to like march forward.
We don't know if it's actually hill giants on the move. We only know that there was a tribe, and it's been quiet for a long time. It's only one possible candidate. It's entirely possible that those cloud beasts could roll through here.
Out of character also, because Nightstone was attacked by giant boulders, would there be a certain giant that has boulders as like a favorite weapon?
I already suggested that might be
so
cloud
He
giants.
suggested they were cloud giants dropped from the sky. I suggested they were because stone giants tend to like hurling boulders.
Okay, but they're near hills too. That's what I was wondering. Like
Yeah,
Nightstone.
My thought is that the nearby hills probably aren't tall enough. They're probably the mountains isn't spacious enough to kind of support a tribe of stone giants. But that's just me.
Right.
That's why I'm not focusing on that.
Okay.
Yeah, because your favorite enemy is hills and giants. Mine's mountain and giants. So I'm assuming different fish.
Okay.
We should be prepared if they are coming here for food. By stopping them get that food, we could deal a real blow to them.
Do you intend to hide the livestock?
I'm just suggesting that if we destroy it, they won't be able to eat it.
I'm gonna Hickory Seed, Hiroki, can I see the map?
Yes, yeah.
And I will point out like the map, the distance between Goldenfields and
Ruptured Borg. Welcome, Ruptured Borg, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
Hello. I'll take note of the distance between Goldenfields and Tribor and how there's no real farming community, and if they're heading north towards Shandir, they're gonna need food for that travel. So that's why I suggested Goldenfields might be like a food stop where they stock up and travel north.
It's possible, but again, it's important to remember we don't know if it's real giants that are actually coming.
Right.
It's one possibility. It could also be the same people who destroyed Nightstone, and they didn't seem to be after food. They were only kind of coming in for one thing and then they left. So
Right.
that's
But
why
even if it was cloud giants, they'd still need food.
we don't necessarily know. We don't know. They eat food.
And that's why we wait and watch and see what happens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why.
Can I do a... How many animals are here, Will?
Several hundred. Plus you.
them all.
So can I try and sneak out a quiet opportunity?
Yeah, sure. The you can kind of skulk your way out on some excuse. And the bar girl is she looks just like Connor's deceased wife, but a little bit younger, like 10 years younger, but like maybe when you met her before, you know. And she's introduced herself as Kristen, and she kind of sits your drinks down just as Birch kind of heads off, and she says, "Is it true what the folk are saying about that ogres are coming to attack us?"
The only truth right now is that the town is evacuating for the safety of Waterdeep.
Okay. You
Everything else is speculation, and don't trust any stories you hear.
Oh, okay. Well, there's lots of stories going around about the band of stone giants and a bunch of hill ogres or something who are decimating villages. I won't believe any of it.
Have you heard of any villages being destroyed specifically?
No, I don't remember any names. You know what these tales are usually like.
Right. Again,
Man, your game is off. It's really bad.
Sorry?
He just sucks at talking to women. I mean, you know.
She blushes. Oh,
could I reach out and grab like his whole face?
his entire face.
I thought you were talking about the livestock. They are a bit off.
You grab
Did
his.
you just cock block a widow?
Ooh.
Yes.
Damn. Yes, I did, and I'm proud of it, and I'll do it again. God damn it. You grab his entire face.
It's just that's I just keep like I'm like. Do you have family in town?
I do have a few stoner giants. Welcome, stoner giants, to the adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for following. Damn, we're close to that 20 follower count now, guys. Let's get free.
Now the stoner giants are coming to Goldenfields because they've got the munchies.
Hey man, we got the munchies.
Goldenfields.
Let's go to the Goldenfields. Yes.
We're looking for Greenfields.
You have any Funyuns? I really want some Funyuns.
So, she says, family, well, my father.
Make
Oh
sure
my
you-
god, and thank you so much to Cussing Demon. Oh, that music, so loud. I want to turn down. Thank you so much to Cussing Demon for the sub. Thank you so much, my friend, for the 2 months. I appreciate that, my buddy. My fucking dong. Ah, god damn, it just reminds me of the donger isn't active right now. Everything just makes me sad, guys. But thanks so much, Cussing Demon. I love you, my friend. So, go ahead, Askren, you were saying something.
No, he's just saying. Make sure that you're all safe on the road. It's a long road to Waterdeep. We don't want anyone in town coming to any harm.
Will you be coming with us?
No, we're staying here to protect, to hunt.
To watch.
Are you? She kind
To
of like
learn.
she like sits down, puts her like hair behind her ear. Are you from the area? I don't think I've seen you around here before. I feel like I'd recognize the face like yours.
I'll be like muffled.
I say, no, from a small valley to the north. Came down here after the giants awoke.
Oh, right. So you're down here on business, I suppose. Just for the.
Business.
And pleasure.
And I push him.
He says, no, not business.
Only pleasure.
I'm hunting. There's a pale stone giant. He was leading the charge that destroyed my village, and I'm trying to track him down.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear about that. That's a noble cause, though. Yeah, that's. These are your friends. Hey.
There's nothing noble in seeking revenge.
Right. Yeah. Well. If you need any drinks, just give me a call. She's like totally put off by like the intensity of Connor. She's like, yeah.
Do you let go of my face?
What? Yeah. What is he gonna do? Hit on a younger woman that looks like his wife?
Oh man, you could have had that. You know,
And
even
think-
I'm not that bad. You're pretty bad.
I'm just gonna kind of pull out like a dagger and put it on the table, and I'm just like rest it in front of me and turn to Mortimer and I say, I'm going to show you this up close if you do that again.
Wait, what was he referring to?
The dagger. I'm
Oh,
taking
right,
the
okay.
dagger and putting it on
Man's
the,
dagger.
on the
I totally didn't hear that. I was like, wait,
Yeah, it's a pretty cool dagger, I guess. I mean, I've seen better.
So, just on a quick note for the viewer decision, there in a bar, there's a giant attack which is meant to be at some point. They're not sure when. The villagers are leaving. There's a young bar lady who looks like Connor's dead wife, but younger.
I
And I'll-
suck out. Apparently, I'm pregnant.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
just pregnant.
dead wife, or like used to look.
Oh God.
I was gonna make a joke like, oh, obviously not that like her because she's fucking dead, but I didn't want to, didn't want to rub it in too much.
No,
No.
I mean, that's
Never
why I'm
got
here.
that nasty with any of these dudes.
Are you kidding?
Have you ever heard him speak to me?
Yeah.
Like ever?
Did
All
you
of our
watch? Did you?
interactions during Curse Estrada? It was all drama and fucking gravitas.
Oh no,
And
we
nothing.
we down and dirty. So yeah, she heads off and starts like giving you some more drinks and stuff like that. Yeah, the wine is flowing, the ale is flowing. Bert, you're outside. What are you
I'm
doing?
only drinking water. Tell me that.
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
sorry, I forgot.
being a bit of a bird, and
Spit on my brick and call me JJ. Welcome, welcome. That was actually not a follow. It's just an exclamation I wish to make. No, thanks so much, JJ, for following. Welcome to the event, my friend, your gentleman and a scholar, as is Whiting PC. Whiting PC, welcome, my friend, your 20th follower, a gentleman and a scholar. What we're gonna do is I found a new one. We get 2 viewer decisions closely together. We're going to take the top 2 ideas from them, rather than taking the time to spend another 20 minutes doing a second poll. I know, crazy. Innovations. It only took me a year
do I
and a
allow
half.
multiple answers? Do I let people vote on more than
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Let's try this.
Groundbreaking stuff, guys.
So what I'm gonna do?
What will you think of next?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be gathering up twigs and sticks and kind of the dried wheat and stuff like that. And I'm going to be making like piles of kindling by all of the barns and stables that I can. And then kind of seeding them with like a little bit of oil from my lamp. I'm basically, so when it's time, I want these to set alight. And I'm also, any oil I've got left, I'm going to pick one random fucking sheep that gave me the eye. And I'm just going to coat its wool in this fucking really...
That gave you the eye.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know he was an arsonist.
Yeah.
Are you planning on like burning the village down and be like, sorry?
No, just the stables, because I think they're coming for food now. Your little conversation has done it. You guys don't want to do it. I'm happy to kill thousands of animals.
So you want to burn them tonight, or just have it ready to
No,
burn?
just have it ready. So
Okay.
it's all seeded, like at the base. I know I can run along with a torch and set fire to it quickly.
Gotcha. Yeah, perfect.
You
That
should fly
happens.
by them and then.
Ooh.
And it's
Wah, wah, wah. So, we'll say that Mortimer goes to the bar at one point, and Kristen kind of bumps into him, and she's like, so that that friend of yours, he seems kind of, intense. Is he always like that, or is it just like like a bad week, or?
Yeah, he's a wet blanket most of the time.
Right. Gotcha.
You know, he tries to act tough, but I could take him in a fight. You know, did I ever tell you the story about how I killed this rabbit and he was terrorizing the village and then I had to throw his foot in the moat because it turned
No.
back to life?
We only just met. We haven't spoken before.
Oh man, it's such a cool story. And I'll tell the story unless you want me to act it out.
No, it's fine. She
Please stand up from your desk and act it out.
literally to describe via acting exactly. Interpretive dance is the
Through
medium,
movement.
which I would like you to use, please.
Well, I mean, it was like dark, and the villagers were like, this rabbit was killing people, and so I tracked it to its cave, and then I killed it with my arrow, and
Right, cool. Wow, that's really nice of you.
yeah,
I've got
all
to.
the girls say that.
I've
Just like
got-
that.
I've got to do my job now and
Oh
go.
yeah, I understand. They usually do that too.
Yeah. That doesn't. Yeah. No. Great. She heads off.
Throw it in the bag, Mortimer.
Nail it,
Throw it in
boy.
the bag. My game is getting so good. Second verse, same as the first.
At least he's consistent.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the I guess, what are the rest of you up to in the night? What does Hiroki get up to this evening? Obviously, he's just drinking water.
He's drinking water. He swirls it around in the glass and then he studies it. No, he is probably keeping an eye on the skies.
Yeah.
And trying to. He's really nervous. He doesn't think that this town is going to survive at all. He's really nervous that the evacuation is going to be cut off and they're just going to get slaughtered. He's
Right.
actually not having a great evening. He would like to drink, but he doesn't drink. he'd rather just have he's probably pacing a lot and just in awaiting the inevitable doom. But he did want to take the town, but he also did want to fight. But now that it's getting closer and closer, he may have made the wrong decision of putting this entire town in jeopardy.
Right,
So
yeah.
he's pretty anxious.
Understandably. And thank you to Edge of My Lord for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. So, Edge of My Lord. So, yeah, the rest of the night kind of passes by. Kristen tries to make, one last desperate pass at Connor, and of course is, brutally shut down. So, in a kind of awkward way.
I
sucking
kind
away.
of assume, like, you don't have to play through it, but I assume he probably will not make any like he probably treats her like a daughter, or
Creepy.
like something like that. Like,
Yeah, she treats you like daddy.
very protective. Like he has a very protective attitude when she.
Yeah. Cool. So, no, let's play through that. No, so you, yeah,
Will call me daddy.
do it. So, yeah, you, you head off, and then next morning, head off to bed, and then next morning you guys wake up, are in the common room, and everyone is evacuating the area. So, yeah, Kristen and Co head off. Alawia leads them with his adventurers, along with the Abbott, leaving just yourselves and the Ents behind, who are a little bit confused about what's going on. They're quite old. So it's just you guys left in these Goldenfields, waiting for some giants to show up, basically. So, you've got a fair amount of time which you are gonna, probably be waiting for something to happen. Just hanging out in the village. So, over the next few days, Hiroki.
I'd actually assume we probably would stay outside the village.
Sure.
Just to make sure, because we want to make it look like it's abandoned.
Sure.
So we'll probably have a camp out.
Cool. So yeah, you guys are on a camping vacation for a few days. So Hiroki, what do you get up to whilst you're out here?
Outside?
Yeah, whilst you got some time to kill, basically.
Yeah,
You're waiting for giants to show up.
Yeah, he's probably going to head towards the. There's a river nearby, obviously, because it's Goldenfields, and he's probably going to head towards the brook, and start doing that very cliched stand in the middle of the river, probably on a pebble, and just start going through, like doing some is it Tai Chi, Taekwondo? Which one's the one that's really slow moving?
I honestly
That's
don't
like
know.
the like water one. That's Tai Chi.
Yep, he starts doing Tai Chi with his glaive, and he's trying to like just pray to the elements and like maybe the god of water, his order, trying to just hone and practice as well as calm down, but also keep his body and mind focused for the attack, because it's gonna happen. It's the only way that probably calms him down.
Nice,
'Cause
cool.
he's got definitely a strong moral weight on his shoulders.
Yeah, for sure. Connor, what about yourself?
He will probably spend his time probably just scouting the area, like the hills and stuff around the town. Maybe finding any kind of vantage point where he could, like, the party could go to watch things, or if the giants go in. What I want to do is, depending on what direction the giants go, I want to have a quick way, through the terrain.
Yeah.
Follow them like north, east, south, or west.
Sure, cool. Mortimer, what do you get up to kill some spare time?
I would probably pull some pranks on people. Yeah, like put holes in their backpack, like pour some water on people, throw some stones. Yeah.
Yep.
Puts a glass of water on the door And then he's like, "Hey, could you come here? Ha ha! You're a wit."
Yeah, like childish pranks like that, nothing harmful.
Spank my butt and call me David.
I would do
Welcome,
that too.
welcome to the adventure, my friend.
That's just a normal Wednesday evening.
Yeah, you're a gentleman and a scholar. I shall call you David.
Who put the saran wrap on the toilet again? This is
Every time. All right, and finally, Birch. What do you get up to?
I've suddenly had the weird urge to start gathering the discarded twigs and stuff from the ents, and I've started to make like a weird nest.
Ah,
I'd suddenly started to feel broody.
Did you ever eat that acorn?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I crushed one and I ate the other.
crushed it.
That-
Nice.
That's how babies are born. You crush one to death and you swallow the other, then it comes out. Yeah.
Wow.
Sure that's how it works.
So
Yes.
swiftly moving on. You I had a thought. The thought is now gone. I think. Do we have a straw poll? Maybe I was thinking of that. Maybe that was my fault. I'm not entirely sure.
It's on its way.
Sure thing.
Does Birch get like really, really proud of his nest and like insist on showing it to us?
I've stolen the shiniest thing that all of you own, and it's in my nest somewhere.
Right.
Excellent work. So yeah, we'll say after a couple of days, you guys start to hear a rumbling. And yeah, it comes from the east. You manage to decipher, and there's this kind of large kind of rumbling sound drawing closer as you guys begin to wake up one morning. Sounds like a mountain is kind of falling down or something.
it is happening.
Damn, we don't have an elf. What do your elven eyes see?
We hate elves here on kind of roleplay.
Good, me too. I will.
Oh, man. Well, you know how to pick them.
Does it, what direction does it sound like?
A1 since day one, east.
All right. I kind of say, as I kind of stop and I'm listening to the rumbling, I say, "It's coming from the hills. Anyone want to follow me up to the cliff? Give me advantage." Oh, pick me! Pick me!
Getting some like airy sounds through from someone. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know who that. That's not me.
Maybe called. We had something weird going on. Also, I don't know. Weird. It's gone now anyway. But yeah. As soon as I was coming from the east, so you want to head off immediately, please?
Yeah. I just want to kind of like I found a small kind of cliff, face where I could kind of hide and watch the town.
Yeah.
I just want to see if I get a vantage point towards the hills to see if there's anything coming from there, like any smoke.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
Got it.
Excuse me.
Where's my character? There it is.
I
Perception.
think he said
Gotcha.
Oh, God, I'm not good at perception today.
Yeah, an 11. You don't see any burning villages, towns, or anything like that, and no real kind of like signs of like mass destruction, which you immediately spot.
Did I follow him?
Yeah, sure thing.
20.
Nailed it. Yeah. So you spot kind of winding. Really, you don't see anything as such, but you see trees which are, being destroyed through the forest and through the hills, and they're kind of working a path. Clearly, whatever is coming is big enough to take down trees just as they walk.
Would I recognize that as giants?
I mean, it certainly seems like it is possible.
I will, like, tug on Connor's tapestry or cape if he's wearing one and point out to the trees.
Now, what you said, the trees were like coming down.
Yeah.
All right, he'll kind of duck down low and kind of watch. He says, "That's what I feared." And then I guess, does it look like they're coming in our direction, or does it look like they're gonna, if they're moving in a straight line, they're gonna pass us by?
They look like they're coming. Yeah, they're gonna pass you by, quite easily, and they're gonna just go straight down to the village.
All right, I I kind of I say,
Man, we really should have set up a signal flare or something to tell the others. Oh crap!
I kind of I say, stay here. You're good with you have a bow, right?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
stay here.
archer.
I'm just gonna kind of lean down over the cliff, like into the sort of the valley below where we're camping, and just let out a very long, sharp whistle.
Okay. You guys hear a very sharp whistle. Tape my cape. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and Naomi.
Give me 1 second. I get it.
You are also a gentle lady. One would imagine, and a scholar, but you may be a gentleman. I don't judge.
I try and answer the call back, mistaking it for a bird call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused at the moment. I'm feeling weird emotions for a male bird who appears to be pregnant. Am I pregnant, or have I laid an egg?
I mean, you've laid an egg, or say, over the
Okay.
course of the couple of days, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't want to move through it, but
You're probably a little
echoing
bit-
back the call.
You're probably a little bit ashamed of it, you know?
Do they have like a dating website for that? Like
Yeah.
single parent for birds?
I mean, I'm a strong, independent meritocrat.
How to find chicks, yeah. Pick up chicks. Something like that. There's probably a joke in there, but I'm fucking sick.
Yes, you.
I will dig through my backpack and like try to fashion some kind of flame arrow to like do a flare.
Sure. Okay. That works for me. You how do you I guess you can like tie something like something around it and set fire to it and then like fire it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to look through my inventory here. I'll rip up some of my traveler's clothes and then like just light it with flint.
Okay.
Are you firing it towards the town? Because that could end badly.
Yeah.
Well, I was just
Oh
trying to-
god, no.
With my 20 perception, I will like
Okay.
shoot it up in the air, and then yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, you see Birch and Hiroki, you see a flaming arrow go up into the air. It seems like it might be some kind of signal.
It's probably nothing.
I'll gather this egg.
Oh, dragons are back.
I'm going to. Like, how far in the distance? From town or from like the woods?
I mean, it's about where Connor and Mortimer headed off. So we'll say, I don't know, like a 10-minute walk or something.
Is it just going straight into the air?
Yeah.
I will. Could I do a investigation? Try to see in through the dark with my special eyes, but try to see like if there's an attack or anything. If it's a signal of something, what is it signaling?
Yeah.
Is there a threat from beyond?
Sure, you'd actually even need to roll on this one. So you look out, and yeah, about where the kind of flaming arrow is, it kind of illuminates an area which you see trees being kind of torn down into, which certainly looks like a place of interest.
Yeah, so
Give me a
I'll
second.
bundle up the egg into like most of my spare clothes and everything, kind of, and I'll nestle it into my back like a backpack, and then kind of run towards Hiroki. Do you see the arrow? It's time.
It is. Come on.
And I unfasten my glaive and charge.
All right. At the same time, as you kind of start to head out, you hear this kind of roar from the skies, and you look up.
I stop and go, what the?
Yeah, you look up, and there is a dragon in the sky. It appears to have kind of chains and shackles around its kind of feet, and it's a black dragon, kind of dark as midnight, just kind of cutting through the air straight towards the village. Looks to be somehow kind of, looks like it's been captured.
Oh crap!
I swear in Eric Cochran.
I'm gonna. You just hear well,
You're not with us.
No, Mortimer is though. He just hears Connor say, "Oh, we're all going to die."
But we'll die as friends, right, buddy? We'll die together, buddy. You know, I mean, you didn't get to sleep with that girl, but it's okay. I'm sure that's one thing you only regret in life, right?
I just he's like he's tuning out Mortimer and just kind of watching this thing careen through the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just crashes into one of the kind of barns in this area and just begins to tear it up with its talons.
Is that one of the animal barns?
No, it's just one of the grain barns around here. The animal barns are kind of more on the outskirts. This thing's just flown straight into the center.
Well, what should we do? Do we help our friends or?
As much as I want to attack the dragon, I know to probably wait to see, because like the reason why we stayed back is to see their objective, see what their purpose was. At least that's what Hiroki's doing. So
Yeah.
he's gonna kind of hold his action, but in the terms of the battle and his plans, he's holding his action.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll scale one of the trees and get a better view of things, but stay out of sight as well.
Touch my penis. Welcome. Touch my penis. The adventure. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you for joining us.
I thought that was after the campaign.
Oh no, that's just after the stream session. Then we go to live Jasmine.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hiroki is waiting to watch. Birch, are you doing the same?
I'm climbing a tree to
Cool.
watch.
Sure. All right. Yeah, you climb up a tree and you start watching this dragon just tear through the barns and it opens up one of, like the granaries. With its huge talons and claws, just kind of rips it open, and there's stocks of food which they haven't taken here. They kind of the reserves basically, and with a great kind of roar, it kind of lifts its wings up again and starts flying back to the where the trees were being destroyed. And you see coming from the trees a band of huge creatures, giants. The leader is gigantic, like absolutely obese. She is fat. She has, boobs down to her knees. She's got, wobbling jowls, at least 7 chins, and a gigantic club which she carries, as well as some kind of makeshift crown made of twigs. Flanking her are 2 ogres who are much smaller than her, but still very big and fat. And behind them trails a couple of giants as well. These ones look to be male. And she has a big whip in another hand as well. And as the black dragon kind of flies back to her, she just kind of like whips it again, and the creature just kind of, like a dog which has been like told off or injured.
You expect me to believe that the module on Roll20 doesn't have a picture of that?
Yeah. Because it's viewer decision.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you meant the fat woman.
I mean, there probably is one somewhere. I don't think it was a particularly good one when I looked at it before. I'll find it for you, but
I mean, don't tell me you've not googled this 100 times, Askren.
What? Oh, fat giants? Yeah, of course.
Fat giants.
That's the most frequent search.
Just here somewhere.
Oh, there's some good ones.
Chief girl, show to. Can I show the players? Yeah, there we go. Show the players. Yeah, she's pretty nice and she's a pretty sexy girl.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
only a mark.
So yeah, sexy lady.
Pretty sure
Wearing
that's
a well for a hat.
Yeah, I know, it's so good.
GG.
That's
So
I like her nose piercing.
thank you.
I like how the lip ring is a crown.
I like the fact I'm on her head. That is literally me.
No, that one has wings.
Oh,
Oh damn, son. That is
telling you how it
Do
is.
we have,
Yeah.
do we have an air horn we can play?
Getting too real. Getting too real.
Do.
Once again, the gold is being fixed. Tomorrow or the next day, when I'm not sick and when I can be fucked, you know. So, yeah, which is hopefully tomorrow, as long as she turns up. I did call the agency. But yeah, you guys watch this dragon. Sydney's gone. It's fine. The dragon arrived by this kind of chieftain giant. It just kind of whips in. It kind of falls into submission. So what are you guys doing at this point?
So we're split apart, and I have
Yeah.
no intention of conversing with Mortimer about tactics.
I imagine Mortimer might be of the opposite opinion.
Okay, so what we do is we're gonna sneak and climb the dragon, and then he'll I don't know, he'll love us, and then you seduce the girl, the ogre, okay? Because I know your game is pretty good at the bar. You could probably seduce her, and then we'll fly away, and it'll be all hunky dory.
Right. You go climb that dragon.
Okay. I'll probably sneak.
Okay, so Mortimer starts sneaking off to go towards the dragon. So
Can I-
heroic.
well,
Go ahead.
in that case, can I get back to the rest of the group?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I got a 22 sneak.
nice.
Nice.
You should have rolled 420. Welcome. Roll 420 to the adventure. You're a gentleman and scholar. A much better website, I believe,
Yeah.
than Roll 20. They really missed out there,
Less
in my
stressful.
opinion. Yeah.
Some would even say it's dope.
Gareth, you're far too old and white to say that. Let's be real.
I would have gone with the tank, but wrong choice. Wrong choice. Who knows?
Oh god. So Birch and Hiroki, you're out chilling.
Yeah.
I'll shout down to
At the Holiday Inn.
there's giants. They're here. The giants.
Yes, I saw them too. So the question is, what are we gonna do about it?
We watch. See what they're here for.
Did you not see? They're here for food. They took some from the storage granaries up there.
And where they're going.
They have a dragon with them. Seems to be doing much of their.
I see that, but we do not know where they are going. We do not know their plan. We do not know where they will strike next. We do not know why they're coming back. Are they coming here to pick up our food, or are they coming here to move on from here? Are they going back? Are they going to go forward? That is what.
Does it look
What's
like?
your plan? Are we going to ask them? Are we just going to sidle up to them and go, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I
Will,
wish
does it,
you may.
does it look
I
like
would
they-
watch.
Does
Yeah.
it look like they've just sort of stopped outside the village and like the dragon came and went and came back to them with the food and or whatever?
It
and now
basically,
they're
yeah.
just there?
Basically, the dragon kind of went and opened it up, and now they're entering into the village, and
Oh, okay.
and going towards the food, basically.
Are they anywhere near the building that he set on fire or that he set up to set on fire?
At this point, they're kind of in the center of the village. So,
Are they headed in that direction?
I mean, it's the one that he set up was kind of on the outskirts, so they might
I
head
did a
back
bunch.
that way.
I would have spent a while doing as
Okay.
many as.
Then yeah, potentially one of them they might come to at some point, but I mean,
I
fire.
specifically did the animal barns because
Yeah,
someone said
the- these creatures are like bigger than the houses, so would the fire really do much to them? That's another question in itself.
Don't know.
yeah, like just kind of pulling the curtain back a little bit. Like I was never ever interested in hurting I was just trying to kill the animals or drive the animals away. That's
Gotcha.
what the fires were set up for.
And thank you to the Trorion for 2 months. Thanks so much, my friend. You're the most gentlemanly of scholars. I salute you, sir. And he says, I think in honor of Gareth's glorious beard, he should take his 2 months wild magic search. So, please do so, Gareth, and take that D10K straight where you want it.
8,760.
Straight to the chin. 8, 7.
Take it all over your chest.
Wow. Just take.
Yes.
Just go full risky and take it inside. So that's what my dad taught me. 8, 7, 60. All within 50 yards quickly devour any food that they're carrying. So you guys begin to devour every last drop, Gareth, of of food which you have in your possession. And you just start stuffing it into your mouth.
Probably nearby.
And probably nearby.
50 yards, right?
50 yards, yeah. I mean,
So
you're...
getting hungry too? Like,
So yeah, I guess, yeah. Everyone, you guys start getting really hungry. I guess Morty's probably out of range because he's sneaking the opposite side. But the three of you guys are like...
Is it only the food that we're carrying on us?
Yeah, only the food you're carrying on you, actually, yeah.
You see Connor just like pulling at a dry piece of beef jerky, like... It's
nervous
really
eating.
dry and tough.
I just start pecking at bread.
He just carries bread with it.
And thank you to Ursel Balik for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So yeah, so you start nomming on this food, and the giants continue to kind of gorge into this food very quickly. And you notice that the only person to eat is the woman, like the chief.
Are there?
A total of them. There's her 2 ogres, and then the 3 behind. So you do the math.
Okay. Are they all clumped together, or any of them sort of lagging behind?
Yeah, they're basically following her.
And where's the dragon at this point?
The dragon is kind of whimpering by her side.
Right.
Oh, poor little guy.
I gotta check something. I gotta check what I have here.
Munchie's out of control. Pretty much.
Okay.
Ever get a munchie so bad you drink every drop?
So
Gareth has.
So
Sorry,
am
go
I
ahead.
just like sneaking towards them?
Yeah, let's pick up on you. So you start sneaking to on a 22. They haven't noticed you at this point. You're probably within like like 100 yards or so of them. Well within sight. You can hear them talking in their guttural language. Do you speak giant?
I do speak giant.
Yeah, good stuff. So basically the woman is just stuffing her face. She isn't speaking, but the 2 ogres kind of behind her are like, "Is that good, chieftain? Is that good? You like that? What, you want some more?" The other one's like, yeah. Take some more. Take some more. Have some of this. This is some good shit right here. Some cheese." And she like grabs and stuffs it in her mouth. And basically they're talking about feeding her more, and she is eating it. They seem to be like a little bit scared of her, but
My stomach kind of churns.
yeah. She's like stuffing in like milk, cheese, bread, a goat.
Oh god, you never mix milk with cheese.
I know. And goat too. You animal.
Okay. Well, do I notice that the dragon looks unhappy?
Yeah, the dragon, like, just in its body language, certainly looks like it's, you know, unhappy.
Okay. Okay.
Did
Well,
you say little gay?
little guy. Little guy.
Like, gay? Oh, poor dragon. I was like, savage. So yeah, what's Mortimer doing? Is he's up fairly close to these lot?
Well, I'm going with Mortimer's plan because Connor said it was a good idea. So I'm gonna climb that dragon.
Are you doing it stealthily?
I am doing it most stealthily. Yes.
Okay.
Like-
So, of course. So
Like
roll me
Sam Fisher stealthily.
roll me a stealth check then.
Oh
We'll
shit!
see.
I have to roll another one.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Before you roll, you were a really cool character. Good having you around.
Wait. I have my ring of invisibility.
Uh-huh.
Last session.
I remember. And thank you to 20 Chins for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. Gentleman scholar.
I totally forgot about what the thing I got was.
So I'm gonna use my ring of invisibility and then stealth, right?
Yeah, perfect. So
22.
Nice, very nice. So you start creeping up onto the wing of the dragon, and it's so kind of in fear of the giant chieftain that it doesn't notice you. Just kind of clamber onto its black leathery scales.
And is it like? Does he have like a collar?
Yeah, it has like a kind of like a sleigh, kind of like chain around it.
Okay.
And also, can we have a thank you to Mark, who pledges $10 on the Patreon. Thanks so much, my friend.
Can
You're
I? Oh,
most
okay.
gentlemanly of scholars. It's time for a Patreon fist pump. It's been a while. Let's do it.
Okay, Will, I wanna assist Mortimer as he's going up to the thing. Can I have from the last session.
Wait. He's invisible. How do
I'm
you know
invisible
he's-
though.
Well, no, I sent him off stealthing, so I know he's gonna do a thing, and it's really dumb. But I remember I got a treasure. I got a gem of brightness,
Okay.
and I want to use it.
Okay. In which fashion?
Okay, so a gem brightness has 50 charges, and if I expend 5 charges, I can cause it to flare with blinding light that basically makes everyone in a cone make a save versus being blinded for 1 minute.
Oh, good. So I gotta make a save. All right.
No. You did well. Yeah. But
All right.
so
So
I'm being badass,
No,
and then I'm gonna get
no,
blinded.
I'm saying I'm gonna help him. I'm not gonna like use this right away. I'm gonna ready it so that if he fucks up royally,
right.
Oh, okay.
I can use it.
Okay. So at this point you've no idea where he is, but nothing has gone terribly wrong. So that's good. So Morty, you're on a backless creature. You've done the task that you set out to achieve. What's the next step here?
I have the Ring of Sauron on. Can
Yeah.
I hear voices?
Yes, all of them your own.
Okay, good. And he has like a collar, like a big giant collar around his neck.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I was a rogue.
Yeah. That's the time. When you're on the back of a dragon,
That's
that's
not you. Oh, you're a ranger, right?
Yeah, I'm a ranger.
the
Yeah. Get right.
get right by your own class choice.
Yes. Can I just like stick my sword in the lock because Morty's not the brightest, and just like fiddle around with it, pretending that I'm unlocking it?
Hello.
Sure. So you thrust your sword into the lock and have a little jimmy around there. Obviously, immediately there's a clink, followed by several clinks, and the kind of giant chieftain
And a
turns
spike.
around, speaking in giant again, and she kind of looks at it. What's wrong with you? And the giant just kind of whimpers, kind of like backs down, afraid of any like punishment, and she like turns away again, back to her meal. No.
Okay.
So they kind of they're aware that something was gone wrong there, but you have give me a Jimmy roll. That'd be like a give me a sleight of hand, yeah.
Rustle your jimmies.
Yeah,
Russell,
give him a rustle.
Bundle them.
13.
Yes, the voice in my head all as well. So on a 13, you're trying to jimmy it properly, but you can't quite get the jimmy into the cricket, and yeah, it's it's a tough one. It's not breaking, and you
Have someone
realize
else do it. That always works.
that usually helps me. Or you could try wetting it. Sometimes that helps the lock, but sometimes yeah, you
Whetstone. Yeah, you got to sharpen the blade.
yeah, wet
What were,
exactly.
what were you guys thinking?
Yeah, you dirty-minded people. So, it's not working. You're going to need more strength or just better technique. Sometimes it's not the size, it's just what you do with it. And so, in
Yeah,
this
so-
case,
Okay. I mean, I could probably climb in the whole keyhole because I'm a halfling, but I'll just hang out on the dragon.
that is a disgusting thought, Revolver. You sick man.
I'm just saying. It's a giant baller.
I bet, well, I pity your girlfriend. I bet you've said that to her many a time, haven't you, Revolver?
It's just the run up that really makes it.
Yeah, sometimes he does have to run up, I imagine. Just
Full on
to,
run up and
just-
Superman.
yeah, Superman in there. Donkey
Well,
punch.
the illusion is gone. Now we're just blatantly talking about it.
Yeah, but then we're blatantly talking about locks, right?
I'll just hang out on the dragon and wait.
Okay. Try spitting on it. You didn't miss too much, PJ. They're currently one of them's on the back of a dragon, invisible. Um, so the rest of you, Connor, Hiroki, and Birch, you haven't seen Mortimer in a while. Probably a little bit worried about him, but you know, it's
Yeah.
no one really gives a shit. So
Probably.
so you watch them, you watch the giants eat, and then they begin to head off northwards towards Womford.
That Wampert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A womp a womp.
All right. And there's still a creature. There's still a dragon.
It's following along, so like the dragon is being led like on a chain, like a dog on a collar.
Yeah. Okay. And they're gone. They ate a bunch of shit and
They're leaving at this point. I won't say they're gone in case you want to do something.
Alright, so I'm gonna grab the two and I'm gonna say, well, the first thing we did is we saved everyone in town from having to be crushed by those things. But now, we face the challenge of bringing them down before they reach somewhere else.
And they're riding a cloud.
No,
No,
they're
They
walking.
just came in.
Have you seen the size of them? How do you intend to bring none of them?
I don't know, but we need to follow them. We can't just let them go.
I'm guessing they're brushing the trees apart.
Yeah, they're tearing them down as they go.
None of my like sharpened branches have done any damage.
I mean, like one of them looks at it like it's a little boo boo and kind of tears it out, you know.
I'm gonna say we need to follow them. We can't stay here and let them go.
Well, how do we let the people of Goldenfields know that they can come back?
I don't think we do for now. I think we have more pressing issues.
As they're leaving the farm, right?
And he's still on the dragon.
They're still on the back of the dragon.
I'm gonna like get my rations and lay breadcrumb trails to like where they're going.
Nice.
Is it possible? Well, is it possible for me to have thrown a hunter's mark on either the queen or the dragons, just so I can make tracking them easier?
Yeah, what's the range on her as well? Like 120 or something?
It's a decent range.
100,000.
100,000? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say you can hunter's mark one.
90 feet, yeah.
90 feet, I guess you'd probably have to like sneak up to it a bit to get a hunter's mark, to land a hunter's mark on it.
Well, what could I didn't know if you were gonna fight or not. Well, okay, that's fine. If we're gonna follow them out, I'll just kind of get as close. I'll just kind of run, race up to the trees, assuming they're making enough noise that they probably won't hear me.
What does your hunter's mark look like?
Good question.
Does hunter's mark have a physical effect? I don't know.
I don't know. Does it?
Yeah, can do.
I'm gonna say my hunter's mark is me going like, "Whatcha?" and pointing at it really dramatically, and also hitting my keyboard. And then they don't know it, but what that does is that means I'm coming for you.
Okay.
Cool.
So, all right, cool.
So you guys are, heading out, following these giants into the forest and hills, see where they go up to north to Womford, and then further onwards, potentially up near to where Tribor is, your next destination or point where you think there might be an attack. But unfortunately, I'm going to wrap up just half an hour early here because I'm feeling really ill and I'm finding it hard to focus and I'm really fucking sweaty. So I'm going to head off today a little bit early, but I'll be back tomorrow at the usual time of 1 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Thanks, man. So I'll do a full set of shows tomorrow, so don't worry, I'll make up for the lost half an hour here. Also, thank you to Reynolds is Olds for following. Welcome to the adventure, my friend. You're a gentleman and a scholar. So, whilst I'm going to wrap up a little bit early, you can catch up on any shows that you've missed on YouTube. So if you're at a loose end, you can go there and hang out. And follow me on Twitter for updates. So if for some reason I feel like super sick tomorrow and I can't stream, then you'll hear about it first on Twitter. Or if it's going ahead like I planned it to, then that's where you hear about it as well. So I suggest you go and follow me there, because sometimes people come into the chat and are wondering where things are happening, and usually the best way to figure things out is social media. But let's go round and thank our wonderful players for playing with us today. Goodbye forever. Yep, rip me. So let's start with the Mythmatic Man. So Cord.
Hello. My name is Mythmatic. I am a voice actor and streamer here on Twitch. I stream on twitch.tv/, you guessed it, Mythmatic. I have a roleplay server for Arc. I roleplay over there. I'm going to be streaming in 1/2 hour on my own channel, so come on by, hang out. I'm playing an Orc Chieftain right now in the Scorched Earth update on Arc. Come check me out and see all the voices I can do and all that stuff. If you guys have any questions about roleplay or any sort of character development or anything ever, I'm always available over at my Twitch channel, as well as Twitter and things like that. I love to talk shop.
Live Jasmine.
Nerds, as well as my live Jasmine. So yeah, check me out, all that. Thanks.
Check him out. Gareth, I think you've got 2 words for me.
Fuck you.
There it is.
I'm Suddenly Pandas.
That was
I do
the
stream,
joke. That was... it's funny if you don't say it.
I stream occasionally, and I wouldn't let you down if I was feeling a bit poorly. So you can check me out, guys.
Wow. Wow.
But these guys are much better than me, so go look at their shit.
Unmodded. Deleted. Banned. Reported.
Seriously, we'll get well soon.
Yeah. Well, speaking of disappointments, Askren.
My name's Askren. I'm Exploding Dice in chat, and that means that you can come and hang out with me on twitch.tv/Exploding Dice. Where I'm the host and the Dungeon Master. We play live D&D every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're playing the Jade Region campaign. Also, I stream here 2 days a week with Will, and then I have a really awesome talk show called Fuzzy Dice, the DM show, and it's every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I just hosted my good friend Steve Lumpkin last night, and it was great. You guys should check that out. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm just at Askren.
Cool. And finally, Revolver.
Hey guys, I'm
Hello.
Revolver C. I do variety broadcasting, and I'm an amateur voice impersonator, I guess. I play a lot of wide variety of games, so check me out. I'll be streaming tomorrow, and I do have a Twitter, Revolver C TV,
Awesome. Awesome.
and feel better.
Thank you, my friend. Good friend.
better well.
I'm gonna go off and probably die a little bit, but I'll be okay. So I'll be back tomorrow for another 6-hour stream starting at 1 p.m. with Outlanders, with the Asker and the Trainsy and Akira, which is be a lot of fun. Last episode was a lot of cookie fun. And then after that, we've got viewers games. So if you want to come along and play, send me an email to contact@encounterroleplay.com. Check out the website before you do that and find all the appropriate information there. I've got a wonderful list of players joining me this week, so I'm excited to play. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for all the good wishes, and I'll see you guys next time. Yeah, and there's the VODs, YouTube, shit like that. If you miss anything, go check it out. There's literally like tens of thousands of hours of content on YouTube. Every single stream I've ever done is up there. So if you're bored, find a playlist. Set it rolling. That is 1 p.m. of Eastern Standard Time. That is true. My time of streaming has not changed, and won't until the clocks change in America. In which case, it will change for Americans and not for me. And then it will catch up. So there'll be like a weird week where it's 5 p.m. Eastern rather than 4 p.m. and then it will set back again. So that'll be a bit confusing, but we'll address it when we're done. You would sort of like talking Rosie forever. Yeah, better look after my voice. So I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and until next time, try not to roll too many net ones because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, folks.